Hi, I'm Kathy Henry, and I am a licensed clinical social worker in the Indianapolis area, and I am proud to work for Healing Hearts of Indy. Today, I would like to talk about what happens if you don't get healthy self-care. What I tell people is if you don't get self-care in a healthy way, then you will get it in an unhealthy way. So what I'd like to do today is help you understand the difference between getting good, healthy self-care and what happens if you don't, and how it is that you'll get unhealthy self-care instead. So good, healthy self-care is drinking in the sights and the sounds and the tranquility of the little moments in life, in your day. So it is a relaxing lunch with friends or a quick power nap to re-energize you. It might be getting up early enough that you can enjoy your coffee outside on your deck listening to the birds instead of just guzzling it for your caffeine content to get you to work and get you through the first part of your day. It might be, self-care might be reading a devotional or reading something inspirational. It might be soaking in a good song on the radio or having a spiritual moment with God. It might be getting a good night's sleep so that you'll be ready to take on your day the next day. Sometimes it might be doing unpleasant tasks at night so that you wake up the next morning and those things are done and you get a moment of refreshment from that. And it makes your day and your week go a little bit more smoothly, like folding the laundry and putting it away for 2 minutes before you go to bed so that you don't have to look at it in the morning because that's draining. So healthy self-care might be eating something healthy because you know it will help you to feel better. So what healthy self-care does is it replenishes you and it refreshes you. Unhealthy self-care is staying up into the wee hours of the night, watching TV or trolling the internet, playing video games or Facebooking because you're exhausted from your day and that's all the energy that you have. It might be overindulging in food or alcohol or spending money on things that you don't know, wandering aimlessly through a mall because you think that that's going to re-energize you. Unhealthy self-care results in irritability, which culminates in you being short or snippy with people, biting people's heads off, or you might want to run away from everybody and just escape. Remember I said that if you don't get self-care in a healthy way, that you will get it in an unhealthy way. So the question is then, what is an easy way to tell the difference between healthy self-care and unhealthy self-care? My analysis, or my little filter to put things through, is does it refresh and re-energize you and make your life go a little bit more smoothly? I look at it as what gives you that moment. Or does it just fill you up enough to get you through the next few hours or that day? And for those of you who think that a vacation is all the self-care that you need, I'd really encourage you to think again. Healthy self-care is knowing that you need small, consistent doses of relaxation and whatever re-energizes you throughout the week. Unhealthy self-care is taking yourself to the brink of exhaustion and then naively expecting that you can get recharged enough in 1 week to last you up until the next vacation. It might get you by, but it's very ineffective. And of course, everybody knows that when you take a vacation, you have to do so much work ahead of time to get prepared to be gone for a week, and then so much work is afterwards with catching up from being gone a week and or doing all of the chores that come along with coming home from vacation, like catching up on laundry and things. So when you are getting good, healthy self-care, you will handle the challenges of life more calmly and rationally and with much greater clarity. When you are only getting the bare minimum self-care, the unhealthy self-care, then you are more irritable, life is more chaotic, and you may often be thinking of ways to escape your life. With healthy self-care, you are living life with purpose and direction. With only unhealthy self-care, you are just jumping from lily pad to get by. It's surviving, not thriving. Unhealthy self-care works, but your life is going to be anxious, chaotic, and you will feel exhausted and drained most of the time. So a couple of examples of healthy self-care. One is I like sitting on my patio, listening to the birds early in the morning and drinking my coffee before work, and that relaxes me and gives me a moment before I start my day. I know another person, a woman who spends a lot of time when she's stressed in the bathtub, and that's relaxing and re-energizing for her. Another person builds models, and that is their release, their place that they can go and just escape mentally for a while. And then another person I know has, and as well as a lot of people that I know, and myself included, get a lot of re-energizing and rejuvenating from Christian music, praise and worship music, and driving in your car can provide some of those moments for you. So which are you getting more of? Steady, healthy self-care, or last minute, just barely enough to get you by self-care? That's the real question. So if you want to make a shift, then first and foremost, you have got to know what recharges your battery. And sadly, most people don't even know. I didn't know for the longest time. It took me a while to figure it out. So what you have to do is some research. And I don't mean on the internet, I mean with yourself. You've got to begin by paying attention to what recharges your battery and lasts versus what just fills you up in the moment and just gets you to the next lily pad. So one sheet that I know I use with my clients came from St. Vincent's Stress Center, and it one side of the sheet talks about your personal drainers. What are things that drain you, annoy you, anger you, distract you, depress you, worry you, wear you out, bore you, frustrate you, and plague you? And you look at all of those things at work, at home, and at play. And then the other side of the sheet is personal fillers. What excites you, what calms you, what frees you, what brings you joy, what supports and nurtures you, what stimulates and challenges you, what gives you meaning, what makes you laugh, and what energizes you. And again, at home, at work, and at play, what fills you up. So it's a good assessment tool to help you understand and get in touch with what really fills you up and rejuvenates you and replenishes you versus what drains you. And of course, you want to be doing more fillers than drainers. So maybe you can cut some things out of your life by learning what drains you, and you can add more of the fillers by learning what really rejuvenates you. So I encourage you to do an exercise like that, and then try to give yourself small doses of the good stuff for a week and just see how you feel. So you can shift from feeling hunkered down, exhausted from life, and just wanting to escape, to feeling energized and ready for life's challenges and be able to handle things more calmly. All it takes is this one shift, but it could make all of the difference for you and how your life is going. But you get to choose. If you don't get self-care in a healthy way and know what fills you up, then I can almost assure you that you are going to get self-care, but you're going to get it in an unhealthy way and not by your own choosing. So I hope this has been educational for you, and I thank you so much for listening.